Have you ever wondered why the same patterns seem to repeat in your life? Like echoes from the past, discover the hidden forces at play. What if the secret to breaking free from life's cycles lies not in grand gestures, but in simple, mindful practices? Could the path to inner peace and transformation be as close as your next breath or step? Join us on this enlightening journey. In the silent hours when no sound echoes except the breath within, a person often wonders, why do certain patterns keep returning into my life? The same arguments, the same heartbreaks, the same regrets that don't vanish even after years. The body may rest, but the spirit remains burdened. This invisible burden is karma, not punishment, but the residue of action, thought, intention, and neglect. In Zen, karma is not a superstition. It is the accumulation of cause and effect carried by consciousness across time. In Buddhism, the body is not a separate vessel from karma. It stores the impressions of intention just as the mind stores memory. To cleanse the body of karma is to become still, aligned, and aware. Again, as the ancient sutra says, purity is not outside. The cleanest river flows within the self that ceases to chase. This teaching offers 7 ways to naturally cleanse the body from karmic impressions. Not with rituals or outside interventions, but by returning inward. Each teaching is a gate, simple, profound, and transformative. 1. Purify the breath to purify the soul. The breath enters before thought. It leaves after the last word, yet the breath is often neglected, shallow, rushed, as if life is being taken for granted. In Zen, breath is not mere oxygen, it is a living karma. When fear tightens the breath, anger finds a place in the heart. When the breath is shallow, awareness becomes cloudy, but when the breath is deep, karma loosens its grip. To cleanse karmic weight from the body, begin with conscious breathing. Sit still, close the eyes, breathe slowly in silence. Let each inhalation be acceptance. Let each exhalation be release. Do not force. Let the breath soften on its own. Stay present. Do this each morning before the world speaks to you. When breath slows down, the nervous system calms. Old traumas dissolve. Resentments are no longer fed. Breath becomes a doorway to the present where karma weakens because it cannot survive in clarity. This is not superstition, it is observable. Every breath made sacred rewrites karma with peace. 2. Eat in stillness, not in emotion. Food is not only material, it carries intention. Eating in rush, anger, guilt, or distraction feeds karma more than it feeds the body. In Buddhism, mindful eating is considered sacred. Each bite, when taken in silence and gratitude, becomes medicine, but when taken unconsciously, it feeds both the body and the karmic memory of suffering. To cleanse the body from karmic residue, eat slowly, taste, sit without distractions, bless the food inwardly, not with words, but with presence. Be aware of what enters the mouth and how the body responds. Avoid overeating. Do not eat while arguing. Do not eat with regrets in your mind. When food is consumed in awareness, the body digests both nutrients and emotional patterns more peacefully. The energy that once fueled karmic cycles now becomes vitality. Many illnesses reduce when the body stops feeding on inner chaos. Stillness in eating purifies. 3. Walk with intention, not escapism. Many move without knowing why they move. Walking becomes a race to somewhere, yet the destination never satisfies. Every step becomes karmic when it is taken in distraction or avoidance. But when walking becomes intentional, the body realigns with the earth. The movement becomes medicine. The spirit returns each day. Take a silent walk, not for fitness, not for escape. Walk slowly, feet touching the ground like hands greeting an old friend. Notice each sound, each leaf, each wind. Do not use music. Do not talk. Just walk and observe. In Zen, monks walk not to arrive but to dissolve. Each step wipes off dust. Each breath while walking unwinds old karmic cycles. When walking is done with deep presence, mental chatter reduces. Emotional heaviness lightens. Movement becomes sacred. The body begins to mirror the clarity of nature. Karma, which clings to mental storms, finds no grip on a grounded walker. 4. Let go of loud emotions in silent meditation. Karma is sticky. It sticks to emotions, especially those that are unexpressed or exaggerated. Anger, pride, envy, lust, and shame are not wrong, but when they rule, they carve grooves in the body's memory. To cleanse karma, sit in meditation daily, not to become spiritual, but to witness. Sit still, let thoughts rise and fall. Do not react. If anger arises, don't feed it. If sadness surfaces, bow to it. If joy appears, smile inwardly. All emotions are clouds. Witnessing them in silence removes their karmic fuel. Do not resist emotions. Allow them, but do not dance with them either. Meditation is the fire that burns karmic residue without needing force. With time, meditation reveals how much karma is self-fed. Many emotions lose their grip simply by being observed without judgment. This discipline rewires not only the brain but also the soul. Cleansing occurs when silence replaces inner drama. 5. Serve without expectation. Karma often binds through selfish intention. Every time a deed is done expecting reward, recognition, or control, a karmic knot is formed. These knots weigh on the body. They manifest as resentment, exhaustion, or confusion, but when service is done without seeking, it purifies both giver and receiver. Offer help quietly. Speak kind words without planning their return. Give without announcing. Uplift someone who cannot repay you. Forgive even when no apology is given. In Buddhist thought, selfless service breaks karmic chains. Why? Because it removes the ego that creates karma in the first place. This is the most direct way to purify karma. No complex practice is needed. Just serve. The heart feels light. The body regains energy. The soul feels fulfilled not because something is gained, but because something false is removed. The need for self-importance. 6. Clean your living space like a temple. Karma doesn't just live in the body. It reflects in the surroundings. A clotted room mirrors a clotted mind. A dirty environment fuels inner disorder. In Zen, Cleaning is not just hygiene, it is a sacred practice. Each morning, clean something in your space, not to impress, but to reconnect. Sweep floors in silence, wash dishes with a smile, fold clothes with care, wipe windows as if you're cleansing the eyes of your spirit. As the Zen teaching says, when you sweep the floor, sweep your heart. People report sudden relief after cleaning their homes, not just physically, but emotionally. Old karmic weights dissolve when the space becomes intentional. The body relaxes, the mind stops racing. Cleanliness done with reverence is a karmic purification. 7. Speak less, listen more. Words carry karma. Each lie becomes a seed. Each gossip stains the heart. Each unnecessary word drains the spirit. Karma enters not only through actions but through the tongue. To cleanse your karmic imprint, speak less. Practice silence. Before speaking, ask, is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? Many burdens people carry come from careless speech, but when words are used sparingly and wisely, the soul feels lighter. Listening, on the other hand, heals. It humbles the ego. It deepens understanding. The more you listen, the less you misunderstand. The less you misunderstand, the less karma you create. Speech creates ripple effects. A single harsh word may bring years of regret, but silence protects. Listening sharpens when speech becomes mindful. Karma becomes wisdom. The tongue, when disciplined, purifies the entire being. The body is a karmic garden. Each of these 7 practices may seem ordinary, but nothing ordinary exists in Zen. The way you breathe, eat, walk, meditate, serve, clean, and speak creates the architecture of your karmic body. As we conclude this chapter of our journey, prepare to delve deeper into how these transformative practices can further enrich your life. Stay tuned for more insights and wisdom in the next part of our exploration. As we journey further, remember that karma isn't cleansed through complexity, but through the simplicity of mindful actions. It's not about becoming saintly. It's about breaking free from patterns that harm your soul. When you stop feeding these patterns, karma dissolves like dust in still water. Choose one practice and begin. There's no rush to master all. Just breathe, just eat slowly, just walk in silence. Each simple act opens a doorway. As an old Zen saying goes, when the self disappears, karma cannot cling. To truly understand these teachings, you must feel them in the quiet moments of your life, not just memorize them. These 7 tips are not rules but gateways. They don't demand change through force. They invite release through awareness. This reflection brings forth deeper meanings and how they integrate with Zen and Buddhist philosophy. 1. Purify the breath to purify the soul. The breath is more than air. It is the soul's rhythm. Often, it is the first forgotten and the last remembered. Shallow breaths reflect a shallow presence, while deep breaths bring you back to the eternal now. Imagine the breath as a brush sweeping away dust from an ancient scroll. Each inhale invites light. Each exhale releases shadows. The teaching reveals that no karma is greater than the present breath. It waits for you, never judging. In its stillness, karma dissolves because it has no more fuel. You're not asked to conquer karma with might, but to soften your breath and let the inner winds carry it away. 2. Eat in stillness, not in an emotion. Across cultures and ages, food has been sacred, yet, when consumed in distraction or pain, it becomes a poison, not in substance, but in energy. This teaching is a mirror, showing that karma is not only in action but in how action is performed. Eating with presence is a form of prayer, gratitude in motion. When the mouth opens with joy, the body smiles from within. When food is honored, it becomes a blessing, not just physically, but karmically. This tip teaches that to cleanse karma, one must savor life instead of consuming it faultlessly. Let your meals become ceremonies. Let stillness be your source. 3. Walk with intention, not escapism. The ground beneath your feet is always forgiving, yet most walk across it without noticing. This teaching shows that every step can either deepen karma or release it. In mindful walking, movement becomes meditation. You are not fleeing from life, you are arriving into it. The muscles soften, the heart realigns, the mind slows down. Karma tied to busyness and avoidance falls away with each conscious footfall. The path is not far, it is under your feet. Walk it with reverence, and you walk out of your karmic loops. 4. Let go of loud emotions in silent meditation. Karma dances wildly when emotions are left unobserved. Meditation is not suppression, it is sacred observation. In this reflection, it becomes clear that karmic seeds grow when emotions control you. But when you witness the motions without attachment, those seeds never take root. Anger turns into insight, sadness into tenderness, desire into clarity, shame into compassion, all through silent watching. This is the most beautiful power given to the human spirit, the ability to observe without becoming, to sit, see, and simply be. When you meditate, you untangle karma without a blade. 5. Serve without expectation. The ego clings to reward, and karma feeds on expectation. This teaching is an antidote. When service flows freely, the river of karma dries up. Why? Because the self that creates karma vanishes in selfless action. In reflection, this is the deepest path to karmic cleansing, not because it is spiritual, but because it is egoless. When you give to those who can't repay you, the universe repays you in clarity. When you lift others without needing thanks, your own burdens rise with them. Give not for gold, not for fame, but because in giving, you meet the part of you that karma cannot touch. 6. Clean your living space like a temple. Your outer world reflects your inner world. A messy space whispers of unresolved thoughts, while a clean space hums with peace. In this reflection, the act of cleaning becomes sacred, not because dust is evil, but because presence is holy. Every swept corner, every folded cloth, every wiped surface becomes an offering, not to a deity, but to the silent self within. This teaching reminds that karma clings to stagnation. When your space breathes, your soul breathes. When your hands move with care, your body feels respected. Live where your soul wants to rest, not just physically, but energetically. 7. Speak less, listen more. Speech is the fastest way karma travels. A word can lift or destroy. Gossip is karmic venom. Lies are karmic chains. Yet silence is karmic clarity. This teaching is profound. It does not call for silence as absence, but for silence as awareness. When you speak less, you hear more. Not only others, but your own self. When you listen more, you become wise, not only in knowledge, but in compassion. Karma is the storm. Your silence is the karma of that storm. Choose your words as a gardener chooses seeds. Wisely, kindly, patiently, let your tongue carry truth. Let your ears become open skies. The body is a river, not a prison. It is not your punishment. It is your canvas. Karma does not stick because you are flawed. It sticks because unconsciousness allows it. But now you know the ways to awaken, not dramatically, not instantly, but gently, patiently, and naturally. These 7 paths are not miracles. They are truths. They require no shrine, no robe, no ritual, just the courage to become aware in breath, food, walk, silence, service, space, and words. You cleanse the body not with force but with attention. You do not need to chase karma away. When you live rightly, karma bows and walks out on its own. As one final whisper from Zen reminds us, the lotus does not try to bloom. It simply rests in the mud, and the sun does the rest. Let these teachings be your sun. Let your soul bloom, and let your karma dissolve like mist in the morning light. Thank you for joining this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening content. Click the subscribe button below and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Feel free to leave a comment and share what you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.